Today I'm going to be doing not necessarily like a first impression, but kind of the Miracle Complexion Sponge by Real Techniques. I have used this before, but it was about a million years ago. I don't know what happened to it. I don't fully remember my thoughts on it. It just kind of disappeared. I have no idea. So I'm going to be using it today and we're going to see what's it like. How does it compare with the Beauty Blender, which I love? How does it compare with the, what are you? Oh, the Diamond Sponge by Real Techniques. So we have the fake Beauty Blender here, and I have no idea why it has green on it, because as far as I'm aware, none of my foundations are green. Someone's been getting dressed up as Shrek for a fancy dress party, and they've used my Beauty Blender without telling me. Huge fan of beauty blenders, as you're probably aware if you've watched some of my other videos. It has been out for quite a while now. They did bring out the Diamond Sponge more recently. I did a review on this not so long ago. I will link it down below for you. And I do really like this one. I've been using it a lot. And I reach for this one, particularly when I'm just in a rush and I really want my makeup going on super fast. Got this really quite big flat area here. It just really makes the application so easy, especially on the cheeks. So this one cost me £4, which is the cheapest, excluding the fake Beauty Blender, which is like £3 something. This is the cheapest of them all. The flat edge contours around the eyes and nose. So like, oh yes, like, because with the diamond one, you've got like the pointy edge, and that's really useful for like getting into the smaller areas. The sides blend large areas of the face, so very similar to the traditional Beauty Blender. And the tip covers imperfections, so like this. She's got many imperfections going on right now, but what can you do? So I'm just going to go away, give this a little bit of a squeeze under the water, which is my favourite part, and I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, so I squeezed it under the water and it did expand quite a bit. Isn't it lovely to have a brand new, clean, fresh out of the box Beauty Blender? I mean, look at these ones. These are not, look, the green, it's a mystery. I have no idea where it's come from. I'm going to be using my CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous foundation. This is one of my favourites. If you've not tried this, like I've been harping on about this for a while now. If you've not tried it, seriously, give it a go. It's a good foundation. It's committed all the time to making your face look as perfect as it could possibly be. So I really recommend it. Okay, so anyway, by the way, if you notice bits of glitter under my eyes, it's the fallout from my eyeshadow. So yeah, a rookie error there. Please ignore that. Okay, so just gonna, I'm running out of this. Oh, such a sad day. You'll see this in an empties video coming up soon. Get to doing this. So it said, what did it say? I'm gonna go with, what did it say? I'm really confused right now. I should have read the instructions. Okay, so the flat edge contours around eyes and nose and the sides. I'd say it doesn't feel quite as bouncy as the Beauty Blender. And I would also say, like, because I feel with the Beauty Blender and especially with the counterfeit Beauty Blender from AliExpress, by the way, if you don't know what I'm going on about when I keep talking about the fake Beauty Blender, I do have a kind of review on a fake Beauty Blender that I got from AliExpress. I'll link it below so you can have a look. With the real Beauty Blender, I have a stress ball where you kind of squeeze it and it takes a minute just to reform back to its like natural kind of shape, if that makes sense. This one doesn't feel quite as like mouldable. It doesn't feel quite as enjoyably squeezy. It just feels a little bit kind of denser and firmer. That's what I would say straight away. But I mean, it's doing a really nice job here of applying the makeup. I do feel like this has expanded to be a little bit bigger as well than the Beauty Blender expands, but I mean, I have no complaints. That's all gone on really nicely. Should we try and do a little love heart? Look at that! Anwen, she is so talented. I mean, really. Hello? Hi, is that, oh, it's the Saatchi Gallery calling for me. Yes, I would love to do an exhibition. Well, actually, just today, I've done a little heart on my face with my foundation. Is this why you're calling? Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye, Charles Saatchi. Anyway, sorry about that. I got a little bit carried away there. Anyway, so back to this. I mean, it's doing a great job. I'm not thinking to myself, oh, wow, this is amazing. And I feel at this point, if I had to choose which I prefer between this sponge and the Beauty Blender, I would definitely say I prefer the Beauty Blender. It's just got a bit more give to it and a bit more bounce, like, and you know, the Beauty Blender application is all about the bounce, isn't it? So I'm going to judge this based on the bounce, and I do definitely feel like the fake Beauty Blender has the most bounce, and then the real Beauty Blender has like the second most bounce, and this one not quite so much bounce. But I mean, I'm not disliking it. Diamond Sponge does have bounce, but I just love this one for a really fast application, and I'm a girl who is often in a rush, so a fast application for me is something that's really necessary. So anyway, so I'm just going to do the top of my head, and it did say, didn't it, to use like the flat bit around contours of the face, which is what I'm trying to do now, which is fine. Yeah, I prefer the flat end. I should really have used the flat end, I think, to have applied the foundation, because I kind of like that. I feel like with a Beauty Blender, like, why are they round? I have also ordered a flat Beauty Blender from MAC, so when that comes, I'll do a little kind of first impression on that. And it's just like flat, like if you imagine, you know, a piece of toast, that's what it looks like. And I feel like that's a really good design, because I'm a big fan of the flat surface in which to apply my makeup. It seems to make sense to me, as opposed to like egg shape. Am I the only one thinking this? I feel like flat is the way forward, because your face, like the planes of your face, particularly on your cheeks, are quite flat. Well, not on everyone, of course, but on a lot of people. So anyway, so I mean, that applied my makeup really, really nicely. I certainly have zero complaints. Oh, I'm running out of foundation. I'm just going to apply a little bit more to the nose, and you know, just to test out this Beauty Blender as much as I can. I like it. I don't dislike it. I think it was a really nice, quick, easy application. It's got a nice kind of, durability is the wrong word, isn't it? It's got a nice kind of squeeze to it. However, I don't think that I would reach for this over either the Diamond Sponge. Like, I would definitely recommend the Diamond Sponge over the Orange Miracle Sponge, and also I definitely prefer the fake and the genuine Beauty Blenders, just because I think they have a lot more of a bounce to them. They have a lot more kind of moldability to the different contours of your face, so I think they apply makeup just maybe a bit more smoothly. And we're talking like a tiny amount, but these things, you know, when you're applying makeup every day with a sponge, you notice these things, so we can be picky. I think this is really good value for money. It's £4, so it's great value, and I certainly don't have any complaints with it. The fact that, you know, you've got the option to have the flat side, and then you've got the rounded, more typical Beauty Blender curvaceous side. I can't see how this is going to really work for under the eye, because you're still ending up with quite a large area kind of going on there, although it could work. All in all, I feel like this is my least favourite, actually, of all the sponges that I own. But like I said, that's not to say it's bad. It's not bad, and I feel like this is largely like a personal preference type situation, as the majority of makeup is. This one just didn't rock my boat as much as the other ones. I'm still loving the Diamond Sponge as well. I do find that like tip bit at the end can be a little bit like waving around in the wind. Sometimes I find that when I'm like applying concealer, it does really help to kind of get your finger there. Is that your index finger? I don't know. And if you just kind of use the finger to just support the pointy bit as you're applying, that's my little tip there for the Diamond Sponge. I would definitely recommend that you pick this up, give it a go. You may prefer it to the Beauty Blender. Personally, I don't. But it's a great little sponge and great value for money. So well done again to Real Techniques. Very nice. Oh, by the way, let me know down below which sponge is your favourite. Have you tried the Miracle Sponge? Have you tried the Diamond Sponge, the Beauty Blender? Let us know your thoughts down below. I would really like to hear. And I'll be doing the MAC sponge soon, which I'm so excited about because that is a very unique kind of sponge. Also, I've got the Silly Sponge on the way too. It's AliExpress's finest. So I'll be doing that review soon as well. Okay, thank you so much for watching and I'll be back soon with more reviews. Bye.